Good afternoon, everybody. It's somewhere around noon. I got over here about 9 o'clock this morning, I guess. I'm back at the Hideout. If it kind of looks familiar in the background, yeah, I'm using the same setup again. I kind of like it. Not that I'm going to give up tent camping, but I really want to give this a shot. I'm not having back pains when I wake up. I usually don't have back pains when I come off of the good air mattress I've got either, but I was curious if that was going to be the case with this. So hang around, and probably going to spend a couple of nights. Stay tuned. Thought I'd take a couple of minutes this afternoon while wasn't anything going on. Broke up a little firewood for later. It's been raining all week, so it's been kind of hard to get any hardwood. There's some standing dead, but I really don't want to take a tree down today, so I'm just dealing with the broke up cedar and what little bit of hardwood stuff I can find. A couple of little pieces of ash. First off here, I suppose, good enough place to start. Light my fire. Thanks again, Mike. Very nice little piece to have around. This piece here I've been carrying for about a year, and it's an old cigarette case, and inside the old Harbor Freight magnesium bar striker. Always works. Cotton balls, Vaseline. And in the lid I have some dryer lint. Today I'm probably going to be using dryer lint, cotton ball, and a little bit of everything else I got because this is all so damp. One of the recent additions, I come upon some birch trees, and got me a little bit of bark. I haven't really done much studying with that yet, so we'll see how that goes. Also have a magnifying glass, and recently added a 9-volt battery and a piece of steel wool. We'll see how that's going to work out. The bag itself is working out really good, so that's what I carry to make fire with. As I watch more and more of these guys that camp out hammock style, 40 below. It's a little beyond me. I spent one night at 22 degrees and one at 24 degrees, but I was in a tent, and as a matter of fact that was a hot tent. We had a fire, so that's kind of cheating. A good brother of mine, Redneck, he's a fisherman. He came upon a find on the bank of the river here in town. A Merrimont 40 degree ultralight down bag, mummy style, and a Eno rainfly, superfly I think. I just couldn't get myself to get in that bag because it was too tight, too much mummy style. So during the hammock, looking through, trying to figure out what I want to do, I came up with this for the 40 degree bag. Everybody's got their underquilts and overquilts, and I kind of got the inspiration there. I don't want to get cool tonight. Inside the hammock I have a doubled over fleece blanket that I sewed together to make a liner for my other sleeping bags, which I used the last time and got too hot. So I'm going to see what this underquilt does. I don't know. Maybe the ticket, yeah? I wish I had just a little bit better vantage point. That's an owl I've got there, center frame. Just came flying across the top of my campsite and landed on that limb there. Paying strict attention to something on the ground. I'm about 45 feet or so away from it. He's kind of looking around. There, he's looking dead ass at me. Hi, buddy. He really doesn't seem to care that I'm here at all, so I'm going to shut this thing off. And if he's looking for something to eat, I'm going to let him get it. Alright, the wildlife is coming in nicely this evening. We had the owl fly over just a few minutes ago. Now I had a deer come within about 50 yards and spied me, smelled me, and ran off snorting. But real quick, I want to show you my little cook set that I carry with me all the time. Doesn't matter whether I'm car camping or not, it does the job. A little alcohol stove there. Thank you, Brad. We messed with several of those before we got one that'll actually work. This all fits in a nice little Crown Royal bag. 18-ounce Ozark Trail cup, a 1-quart paint can lid with a coat hanger for a bail, and it just nice and neatly holds a ring of aluminum foil for a windbreak and a small piece of mesh for sitting on top. Generally I use sterno. I don't know, I'm going to try this biofuel stuff. And it's supposed to last twice as long for the same price, so we'll see. This has 2 openings on it. You can use this in heaters. Fumes are not supposed to be toxic off of this, so we'll see here in a little bit. Fire it up and you know, just have to give it a shot. I've got no earthly idea of whether it's going to be any better than sterno or not. Well, as you can see, it's frying up that Spam quite well. Don't know. It actually seems to be burning just a little bit hotter than the sterno does. There's just a little bit of a breeze coming across here. I don't know. Twice the burn for the same price. You gotta go for that. Alright, dinner's done. Time to eat. I'm getting a little hungry. This is early dinner. May fix something else a little bit later here by the fire. Alright, got through with dinner. Got cleaned up. While I was eating, there were several bugs flying around me. Probably got another hour or so of daylight left, but I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't get some of this wet cedar on fire. Try not to get Vaseline all over me. Real good luck with this, you know. It's kind of a no-fail. Give it half a chance anyway to get the leftovers off of me. And I think I'm going to put just a few little pieces of this dry piece of ash once again. Thanks, Mike. Probably can't see what I'm doing here. Does a good job. Real good job. I'm not much on making feather sticks, but that right there is pretty nice. Hope it'll help get going what I've got in there anyway. I put a little in there prior too, so let's hope it goes well. I hear the old hoot owl hooting out. Wasn't exactly a one-strike affair, but seems to be catching. I just kind of made this pile here earlier today when I was breaking off a bunch of small stuff. Don't need much, just enough to keep the bugs off of me for a little while.
Tell it. Tell it. Talk to it. What is that?
I had some very unexpected company here at the camp. My camping partner Brad and his son Jace. I believe this is probably the little one's first little outing in the woods like this. And so far, I don't know about you guys, but I think he's enjoyed himself.
First time? Yeah. Sitting around a campfire? Huh? Well, tell it. Yeah.
Let's hope many more to come for the young man.
Many more.
Well, Brad and the boy left. Yeah, the first time the boys out around the campfire, and I think first meal out in the woods. Kind of nice. Get him started out on the right foot anyway. Them to have a nice little evening cigar and just a little bit more of knot water. It's a little bit different color. A little cinnamon in it, a little bit of apple, but it's the same old juice anyway. Only down in the low 40s tonight. Not going to be that bad. Well, I don't know about you guys, but this doesn't look like the beginning of a bright, sunshiny day to me. Looks a little gloomy out there, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't know whether the weatherman's just crazy or whether this just kind of blew in, but I'm going to lay back here in the hammock for a while and enjoy the ride. Probably 20-mile-an-hour winds. Not bad. We're catching a little break in between wind gusts here. The sun's trying to come out a little bit. Fairly unsuccessful. I believe it's probably going to be overcast for most of the morning. It's supposed to be sunny today, but I don't believe it. Not right now anyway. It's a little bit cool. Wind chill, low 40s at least. Kind of snug sitting here in the hammock. Feels good. The little underquilt thing worked great last night. So I'm going to take all my stuff and form a little windbreak here and fix me some breakfast. I'll get back to you later. Well, I finally got my stuff set up here. A bit windy. You can kind of see my windbreak I got set up here right in front of me. Sorry about the wiggly camera, but I'm getting hungry. Well, it's about noontime and I'm just about packed up. It's not warming up very much today. I got a feeling it's going to be cooler tonight than it was last night, so I'm going to have a nice overnight instead of a chilly two-night, I think. Still got plenty of supplies and water. I just don't want to lay out here and get cold. And it's going to be windy like this all day, probably into the night, so that may put a fire out of the question. Anyway, I had a very enjoyable time. I learned the importance of an underquilt on a hammock, thanks to Shug Emery. And I believe I'll be doing it again. Maybe a couple of weeks before I get another video out, but I'll be back with you soon. I hope to be going down between the lakes and have a nice maybe 3-day. We'll see how that turns out. I'm not sure. Thanks for watching, everybody. like and subscribe. And till the next time, just waiting for the next big adventure.